Hey guys, and a massive warm welcome to Baby Name Mondays. This is the home of a new baby name list here on my channel every single Monday. I do keep coming up with them because I absolutely love baby names, and I feel like boy names are really hard. You guys are always telling me that. Let me know in the comments below. Use hashtag boy if you find boy names harder, or hashtag girl if you find girl names harder. I really flip between doing both name lists or boy and girl combos, but I feel like most of you say that you find boys harder to come up with. So I've done some hard work for you and found gems, like little rare names that you've never heard of before. They're just things I've never heard of, and I'm lumping you in with me. I do a lot of baby name research though, so if I've not heard it, odds on you haven't either, but they're great names. So let me crack on with the list. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you're brand new. Don't forget to hit like and let me know what baby name list you would like next in the comments, and share this with a friend. If you have a friend who is naming a baby, you can just hit share and they will love you forever if you give them some rare boy names. So let's get on with my list. Okay, because these are quite rare, the pronunciation is a little difficult. The first one I absolutely loved because it's like a variation of names that we're really familiar with, but it's so rare and it's unranked, and it's the name Eliab. So Eliab is from the Bible. Eliab was the son of Jesse. So it's just a really on-trend name, isn't it? Those sounds are so trendy. And we have Elijah, we have Ezra, and all those types of names, but I've never heard Eliab. Now, let me know, because some sites would pronounce this Eliorb and have a longer orb, but I think in the UK we would trend towards an ab. But let me know. I just think it's a really on-trend, rare name that's a little bit quirky and different, and I love the little B ending. It's so cute and boyish. I think it would suit a baby. It would also suit somebody all through their life and be a really quirky choice, but not wacky. What do you think of Eliab? Oh yeah, this is one of my favourites. I'm going to put it right at the front. I love it, and it is the name Torben. So Torben, such a cool name. Ben is a really familiar name. Torben, it's simple, it's really easy to say. It's super cool and sweet, kind of like a Toby, just trendy, isn't it? But really one that is fun and cute. And it's a Norse name that means thunder bear. It just reminds me of Care Bears so much. This would definitely be on my own personal boy name list. Torben, I think, is absolutely cute, trendy, funky, fun, all good things that I can say about it. What do you reckon of it? Thunder bear. We're gonna like it, I reckon. Another one that I'd not heard of before, but you may have, is the name Adriel. So Adriel is on boy name lists. It is a Hebrew name traditionally used for boys, but it is quite gender neutral, and it has popped up on some sites as a feminine name as well, but I think it works for either. Obviously we're very familiar with like an Adrian or an Adriana, and an Adriel I think is a really cool name. I just love the strong A at the beginning. I always like L name sounds. I've never heard this one before. Have you heard of it? And do you reckon it's more boyish or more girlish for you, or does it just totally gender neutral? What do you reckon? Another Norse name I saw, and I just thought this is so cool, maybe for a middle spot because it's quite out there, is the name Osgood. So Osgood apparently is very well used. It is again another Norse baby name, but it is used still a lot around Scandinavia, and the meanings were funny. Apparently it means a divine goth. So I thought if you were a bit of a goth, or your husband was, or you were back in the day. I never did the goth thing, actually, surprise. But I think I dated a goth once. Yes, so Osgood could have been our baby name. I just think it sounds so good. I love Ossie as a nickname. Osgood just sounds really cool. We love O names. It's the most popular letter for baby names at the moment, and this is packed full of O's. So I thought somebody out there might love it. What do you reckon? Is it too wild? Or have you heard of Osgood? I think it just sounds really lovely. Definitely for a middle spot with a more traditional vintage first name would be a really quirky combination. Okay, I think you may have heard of this name. I hadn't, but it is from a TV series, Supernatural, and it is ranked actually, but not very high, and it is the name Castiel. So I'm probably pronouncing it differently to how they do on the show, Castiel. What do you reckon of it? I just loved it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, that is spot on for this list. It's so rare, not really heard it before. It is gaining that popularity from the TV show, and it's an angel name, which is so cool as well. Apparently Castiel was an angel who presided over Thursdays, is one thing I read about this name. So if you have a Thursday baby, but it's just a really lovely name. It's so unique. It's a bit like a Casper or a Caspian, but really unusual. I love that it's an angel name. It's kind of got that dark angel coolness about it. It's getting a lot of of buzz on baby name sites actually once I started researching it, and as I said, it is spiked. Like the last year there's about 7 baby Castiels. What do you reckon? Would you go for it? Have you heard it before? Such a cute name next. Again, this would be one from my personal list because it's short, sweet and really unique, but that's the name Gilly. So I'd obviously heard Gully before, Gulliver, but Gilly by itself is a beautiful one. It's got a couple of really cool meanings. So originally I found this on a Hebrew baby name list where it means eternal joy, which is stunning. I just absolutely love that name meaning, eternal joy. What could it be better for a little baby? But also there are the Gilly Islands, which are a little archipelago of three islands in Indonesia. So if that part of the world means something to you, or you're just a traveller, you like to kind of use that exploration type of name, then Gilly is a great one. Gilly literally translates as island. So I just love all those different meanings to it. It's a really special name. I just think it's really sweet sounding. Another Hebrew name was the name Jabin. I really liked it. I like J names. I think Jabin is one that you guys will really like. It is the name of 2 Old Testament kings, so it is out there, but it's not really being used. It's very similar to a lot of popular names, Jasper, Jensen, Jesse, all of those names that come back into fashion, but Jabin is a little bit different, isn't it? It had a few different name meanings. One that seemed most to come through was the meaning of being perceptive, or perceptive as a name meaning, which I think is a really nice name meaning as well. Jabin, what do you reckon? Have you heard of it? An occupational name for a boy. Oh, these are hard to find, but I absolutely love, and it's one I've loved for ages, the name drummer. So it's not a ranked name. It sounds a bit like a last name as first name, but I think it is so cool. And with these kind of like piper, fifer, harper, drummer, I know, but I love it. It just sounds so sweet for a little boy. So a drummer obviously used to play the drums, or a trummer played the trumpet. 2 brothers maybe. It's such a great name, and drummers obviously were very strong, and they used to go into battle. They used to drum at the beginning to communicate battlefield commands. So it's a really cool military vibe as well. Strong, trendy, quite funky, quite musical, occupational. I like it, you can tell. My neighbour has literally been drilling all day long. I don't think he knows there's like baby names to be filmed up here. How about some nature names? This one is sort of getting some vibes on forums, and it's the boy named Falcon. I really like it. It is a superhero Marvel character, Falcon as well, but it's obviously a nature name, a bird name. We've got wren, lark, all of those, sparrow even getting used, but Falcon isn't being used very much yet, which is surprising because it's a great bird of prey. The peregrine falcon is one of the fastest birds. It's got really trendy with the superhero connotations with it. Falcon was the first black superhero, so that's a great thing to know as well. And just a really trendy one. I can see it being used. It actually had a lot of love on the forums when I was having a little read. There was one mum who'd put that she was going to choose it, and lots of people said they really liked it. So do you know a falcon? It's not ranked at the moment, but if you're looking for a nature name or an unusual strong boy name, it's a good choice. Another great one, which is a Welsh origin meaning leader, is the name Emmerich. I really like that. I've heard Emery before, but not Emmerich. My husband's Henrik, so I couldn't use this, but I just made that's why I really like it. But Emmerich I think is really lovely. It's a cute nickname for a little boy. It's obviously really popular for girls. Just think it's gentle but strong, and with that strong meaning leader, same as like Frederick has the same meanings and things like that. So could be one if you're looking for something that's slightly off the beaten path but not crazy. I think dads would like Emmerich as well. Let me know. Ask your husband or your partner what they reckon of Emmerich. A bit crazier is Mozart's middle name, Amadeus. So Amadeus, apparently he was Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and there was quite a well-known film just called Amadeus, but I just thought it was cool. I think it's if you like a long name and you're looking for something a bit more historical and quirky, but I think because it's got the Mozart connotation, I wanted to include it because some of you musical fans might think that's really cool. And it means love of God, which is quite a nice meaning. So Amer, Amma, to love, and Deuce I think literally translates as God. So be careful of using that bit as a nickname by itself, but Amma would be a cool nickname for a boy. It's often used for girls, but I think Amadeus, you know, it's got a very good classical background to it, musical. I can see it now that it's been used as a film title, maybe like gaining in popularity. What do you reckon? Or do you think that was a bit odd if you met an Amadeus? Okay, so how about the name Espen? Espen sounds brilliant, I think, and it means divine bear. I've obviously got a little bit of a nature theme going on at the moment, but I just really liked that. It's really, really wearable, really popular sounding, Espen. You wouldn't think that was unusual, I don't think, if you saw it on a nursery list or a school list. And similar to that, but more Italian and Spanish origin, is the name Alicio. I've not heard that one. I think that's really, really nice. I love that CO ending, just really gentle and soft, and a different way of using the O as well. That comes from Hebrew and it means to help or to save. So that's again another really beautiful name meaning for a baby boy. And I asked in my community tab earlier today any ideas to add to this list. There are some great options over there as well. Do leave them again here so we can see them. One that really stuck to me was the name Obadiah, which I thought was just really cool. It means servant of God. It's just an unusual way of using the O again, and I liked the little dear ending. It sounds kind of like sweet, trendy, a bit nature-ish, but again quite wearable and a really sweet new sound that might be something that appeals to a few hipsters out there in the crowd. So thank you again so much for watching. Don't forget to let me know in the comments below if you find boy names harder, girl names harder to come up with, and let me know any more lists that you would like. Next week I have a super exciting A to Z of rare names, so yes, I will be getting my thinking cap on to that one, and it is with a lovely YouTuber here as well in K-Lab, so come back next week to see who that is with, and I will see you for the rest of the week for parenting videos. Sorry about the drilling. I can see them. I wonder if they can see me and they just think, what is that girl doing? Bye guys.